Hey guys, I just spent $100 at the dollar store. Let's see what epic awesome toys I got in this haul. Okay, super obnoxious intro parody out of the way. Yeah, I went to the dollar store again, and I bought even more stuff. What can I say? I'm addicted. I'm addicted to some of this weird stuff. Now, granted, they're $1.25 now, because that's inflation, yay. It's so sad seeing Hot Wheels cars more than 99 cents. It breaks my heart. But anyways, I got some stuff, got some things. One was stuff that my brother picked up for me, and one was stuff I picked up for myself. I don't know, we'll alternate, how about that? So, let's see, first up, oh, awesome! This thing is super cool. These are Your Action Hero robots. They're just cool little robot figures that are $1.25 each. And this one is blue, and if you know me, blue is my favorite color. So yeah, it's just a blue robot. Let's see what he's got going on. Let's see what's up. What's up with you, Mr. Blue Robot? This is actually kind of hard to find. The blue one especially, because if you see on the back, there's a green one and a red one. But the blue one is one that I didn't only find until a couple days ago, I think. So he has a couple little accessories. So he's got this really cool looking, like, plasma gun that I think is neat, even though he has no hope of ever actually reaching that trigger. Then he has this, which is a missile rack? Weird thing? I'm not sure, but it does kind of look cool. So, believe it or not, for being only $1.25, this figure is actually articulated. You can move him at the head, you can pop off his shoulders, you can move him at the legs. You do get a slight ball joint at the leg, but you also get like a ball joint at the foot, which oddly like tilts further out than it does in. Either that or it's just my mind messing with me. But yeah, for being $1.25, you actually get a decently painted, decently posable, actually competently designed little plastic robot. He doesn't have any hollow bits on him. He feels nice in quality. It's a good figure for $1.25. I'm actually really impressed with this. I actually think this is one of the best things that Dollar Tree is offering right now. If you're a fan of robot action figures and you see one of these, you're not doing anything bad picking one up. I mean, why not? It's $1.25. Next up, pulling from the other bag, we have some accessories for the Synthroid. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I haven't gotten a Synthroid. I didn't get one previously, because I wasn't really the biggest fan of the design. I thought the colors kind of didn't really work, and it just kind of seemed like a formless blob, especially in the gray colors, but I have since corrected that. And we've got some alternate Synthroid parts. So we have these cool alternate arms. Look at the sculpt on that. It's really cool. And that's got like this grotesque looking hand. I mean, these things, yeah, they're dollar store toys. So they're not really painted or anything. But you gotta admit, the sculpt and the care is actually really competent. Like, look at that weapon. That seems like something you'd see out of a genuine product. And then we have like these weird pincer things on the back, I guess. I don't know, neat little accessories. But, reaching into this bag, we have another blue robot, because that's for my brother. I forgot that was still in there. Let me set that off to the side. Okay, reaching into this bag again, might as well start. Here's a Synthroid. This is actually from a limited edition, it's like a Venomized subline. You can see they actually have like a little bio card, which is kind of cool. There's other characters in this limited edition Venom thing. There's like Diabol, Crepitus, and the Crawler. I've not seen any of those, but you might be seeing the Drone and the Brute. But this is the Synthroid. Wasn't the biggest fan of the original deco, but I actually think that this like Venomized green and black looks really cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother keeping that clip and save. There's a buy. Come on, man. I'm not that obsessed. But yeah, let's see what we got with the Synthroid here. Very large figure. I can tell it's kind of hollow. You know, it's kind of screwed together. But yeah, very large. I really do kind of like the Venom, you know, the black and the little green. You can tell it's kind of cheaper, though. It's on the cheaper side. But it's kind of cool that Dollar Tree is getting like this limited edition stuff. It actually almost seems like this arm... No, not this arm. This arm is like an alternate. So you can actually have like... You can have them with two proper arms. I mean, one's going to be a slightly different color right now. Yeah, you can actually have them with like two hands if you want. That's kind of neat. But yeah, we'll arm him up with this new arm right there. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, I'm digging that. I mean, for $1.25, you compare this to stuff that's available now. One thing I've always wondered, though, like, I guess those are, like, eye sensors. I don't know if that's, like, some mouth thing, and that's, like, some arc reactor sort of generator. I think the design definitely works better in these colors, but it's still one I'm not totally sold on. So, let's reach into the other bag. And we have a Synthroid Evolution. This is actually one I'm really interested in. Perfect to grab this one, because I saw these wings, these green wings, and I thought they looked super cool on this green Synthroid. So let's see, there's like these wings, there's whatever these are, there's tentacles. I think it's going to look really cool on the green one. And we've got this big old cannon thing. So let's get some of this trash out. So here, let's start customizing this green one. So you have these wings. I'm not sure, I guess these are the plugs for the wings. That's what I'm guessing. It's like you can take the wings and like put them in, and these serve as the plugs, I guess. I don't know. I probably could have looked at the instructions or something, but let's just try to feed this through, because I'm pretty sure that's what makes sense to me anyway, these being plugs. Yeah, that's what it is. They're plugs. I'm not putting them in right, though. But yeah, let's just kind of get this assembled real quick and give my Venomized Synthroid a kind of cool green winged look. There we go. That's how this one's being displayed. Look at that. I love how the green matches so well with this Venomized Synthroid. That actually, yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it more now. Looks like some weird, creepy, like, techno-organic monster man. Yeah, I'm digging that. Definitely digging that. So let's see what's in this other bag right here, because we got tons of other stuff. We have, ooh, look at this. It's a Mari. So I decided just to basically go completist on this line, because I was only missing a few characters. And Amari is like the brute of the Final Faction good guy team, because she's very large. I have another figure I'll compare it to. But yeah, she is a very tall character. But I love her gold. The gold's really nice. Famously, this is actually Ashen's favorite character in this line. And I can see why. It's got like a cool little like 80s action figure street punk look to her. She's looking kind of neat. I mean, yeah, it's a figure for $1, you know. You're not going to expect the greatest thing. But, like, the build quality's nice. You know, I don't feel like it's going to immediately break on me. The plastic actually has some flex to it. These are, like I said, the best dollar store toys you can buy. They really are. Final Faction is great. I'm so happy the Dollar Tree decided to actually invest in a good dollar store line. You can see, look at how big she is next to the Synthroid. Like, she's a tall character. That's why it's the only weapon she comes with. Let's dig through this bag more, because there's even more stuff. This is actually really cool. It totally destroyed everybody, but oh well. It's Shift Blades. So I was actually really interested in this set, largely for these nunchucks. Because even though feeling them, the plastic doesn't seem too great, they're nunchucks. And I think they look kind of cool with my classified Kamakura. So I'll probably end up actually giving these to him, because the original Kamakura toy had nunchucks, but the classified one doesn't. But these actually look kind of cool. And then we have some other weapons. We have this that seems to be like a backpack. Yeah, it's like a backpack holster for all the weapons. There's like a huge oversized shuriken, this big old like blade thing, and then this bow staff. I actually think this weapon set is inspired by the Ninja Turtles, because in the animated show on YouTube for Final Faction, Shift, the ninja character, actually goes into the New York sewer and finds the Ninja Turtle lair and takes some weapons from it. It's kind of funny. Kind of a funny little thing. So here, let's keep digging through this. And we have, ooh, Drone Scourge. It's another drone pack. Let's get into it. So yeah, the Final Faction stuff, if you're kind of new to the scene, they have all these little accessory sets. And basically, they're just ways to customize your army of drones and, you know, give your Final Faction members more weapons. This just seems cool. I like the weapons. They're neat. It's kind of got like this shield thing, and then this big old like backpack laser cannon thing. It's funny, on the packages there's actually descriptions for what these things are. So if we look, it's actually a Scythe, a Citon, a Luminar, and a Druxil. It's kind of funny how they actually give you an idea of what it is, and they give you descriptions like inspired by a serpent on the Karn homeworld. This back-mounted cannon is capable of firing venomous rounds that dissolve any surface, etching fear into all Karn enemies. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool they give you descriptions on all that stuff. If you want to read them all, man, I don't know, man. I got a lot of stuff here. I can't spend all day. All right. We actually only have a couple things left in this bag, so let's empty this one. Yes, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the base color scheme, I did decide to get the standard Synthroid. I just figured, why not? It's $1.25. If I don't like it too much, no big deal. You know, not the end of the world. It is kind of cool, though. So it seems like these alternate arms, especially this one, like the color matches way better with the proper Synthroid. So if we want to give the Synthroid 2 real arms, we can. Or if we want to give the Synthroid, like, you know, 2 blades, one from the Venom one, we can. But I think the Synthroid, this one would look really cool with some of these, like, shoulder-mounted cannons from that Synthroid pack. So let's grab those. And then I really liked this weapon from the Synthroid pack, this big old, like, arm blaster. So let's take that and put that in right there. Ugh, man, kind of a tight fit. There we go, we got it. And then let's give him like a proper arm on this side. There we go. So here's my 2 Synthroids, a venomized one and a standard one. They're kind of neat. I don't know, the base colors, I still think the dark gray and the light gray is not, they don't really blend well together. They don't. But I think this black and green color scheme looks a lot cooler. They're neat. They're neat. I like them. All right, let's finish off this bag so we can get it out of the way. That's the receipt. I got this, a cotton candy gourmet sucker, because I'm a sucker for these big old cotton candy suckers. I actually forgot I got that. I need to have that. Oh, I got another one. I forgot. I think this is a flavor I want to try. It's a hot fudge sundae. I typically liked the root beer ones growing up. I loved like the root beer float flavored big old gourmet suckers, but they didn't have it. Let's take a break from Final Faction and talk about this for a second. It's a Bakugan mystery figure. Which Bakugan will you get? So this was obviously $1. I'm not much of a Bakugan fan. I don't know if I'm going to get like an actual like pop-open Bakugan. Probably not. Or if they're just like figurines. I guess they're just figurines because there's Dragonoid, Hidoros, Trox, and Nilios. Let's find out. What Bakugan thing did I get? Ooh, big old red dragon guy. Wow, that's actually impressive. It was Dragonoid. That's who I got. I got Dragonoid. So, yeah, I was actually wondering if this would be like an actual proper Bakugan toy or just a little figurine. Again, I'm not really familiar with Bakugan. I just saw a neat-looking blind bag, and I'm like, hey, let's just do it for the video. Why not? Let's do it for the Vine. Yeah, it's a little dragon. It's actually nicely painted. The eyes aren't really. The eyes are just kind of whatever, but yeah, kind of fun, kind of playable. That's a neat little figurine. I like it. It'll live in a drawer for the rest of its life. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep this dollar store hype train going. Let's get the Synthroids back there if they'll stand up. This is actually an important action figure test if something will actually freaking stand up. So let's stand them up. I think so far the winner is the robot out of all the figures I've opened so far. But the Synthroids are actually kind of cool. Anyways, let's dig through here. We have Brute Striker. This is a cool looking pack. I'm really digging this. So what I'm really digging is this massive hammer. Look at this hammer. What's this hammer called? It's a Glaven. A brutal instrument of destruction. The Glaven is wielded by the brutes with bone-crunching efficiency. Now we just have another shoulder-mounted cannon thing. Which seems kind of typical for the Final Faction Karn guys. They often get these shoulder-mounted cannons. And I guess this is a shield. Could probably look at the picture on the back. Yeah, it's like a shield. It's kind of cool. Again, nice green accessories for, well, let's just bring it out. Because I do have the Venomized Karn Brute. Man, these Venomized things are kind of cool. I don't know if these are going to appear in the show at all. Because, like I mentioned, there is a show for this. The release schedule is about 1 episode a year. So it's not the most consistent television program. But yeah, it's basically, the Karn Brute, but now he is black and green. I'm digging it. Let's arm him up with some of this cool green gear. Oop, if I don't drop it. So this is like the shield. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, this is looking neat. Yeah. He's looking cool, this green gear. He did come with this big old green gun thing, but I actually really think I want him with this giant purple axe. This just looks too cool. Green and purple's a really cool color combo. I'm thinking this works really well. Yeah, look at that. I mean, look at this action figure. This cost $2.50 right here. $2.50 for this really cool action figure. Has some decent paint on it. It's got articulation. It's just 5 POA, right? But still, it's competently sculpted, decent action figure. $2.50 for everything you see here. And a little extra gun. That's a winner in my book, man. That's really cool. So let's set him off to the side. I know there is like a Venomized version of their vehicle as well, which is really cool. I'm hoping I can track that down at some point. Let's get the receipt out of there. I did not spend $100, by the way. That was a funny little thing. This bigger bag didn't even have stuff that... A lot of it wasn't even for me. It was like $20, and half of it's not even in here anymore. So let's just keep pulling stuff out. We have another Cyber Arms set. I think I got this last time, but I grabbed an extra because I just wanted more. I'm not going to open this one again because it seems kind of finicky and I don't really have a character to really show off with it right now. But yeah, it's just kind of neat. It's got some cool little weapons. I've heard this actually looks kind of cool with the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Bat. So yeah, I figured I'd just grab an extra. And then I did actually get the other robots. So here's the red robot. I actually opened them very shortly after I got them, and I just put them back in this bag for the video. So the red one looks really cool. It's got like this, I was about to say Optimus Prime looking face, but it's more of like a Mandalorian Optimus Prime mix. It's kind of got a cool look to it. And then this one gives me a lot of kind of like Gundam F91 design vibes to that head. Yeah, they're cool looking robots. One really cool thing is that the parts are very interchangeable. So you could probably make a pseudo like Optimus Prime looking guy. You can like switch the parts. It's kind of like a modular system. You can pop the joints. You can customize your robots the way you want. The guns are all compatible with each other. I think it's a really cool idea. Nice simple ball joints, softer plastic, nicely painted. They look cool. So there's I think the blue's still the cooler design of the two, but the red's pretty nice as well. And then, can't have a video without some Transformers. So I do have the Optimus Prime. This is the newer dollar store toy of Optimus. Let's just crack it open. I don't leave stuff like this in the package. I'm not that kind of guy. So yeah, this is what you get for $1 when it comes to Transformers. You get a little totally static, unpainted chest figurine of Optimus Prime. That's what you get. Wheels aren't painted. At least the face is painted. And it's decent looking. The sculpt is very awkward. I don't know, man. I just... it's Hasbro's own IP, right? I don't see why they would need to have any licensing fees where they can't just make a non-transforming Optimus Prime this size with this posability for the same price. If you have an option to get a robot at the dollar store, what are you going to get? Cool, original design, posable robot, or this? I don't know. I know what I'd do. So, let's keep this train going. We have... little piece. This is actually, I believe, a little attachment for the red robot. Because I think he had an attachment that fell off or something. At least I think that's what this is. I don't know. That's what I'm going to treat it as. It goes on his back, or I think it was like an arm, or it was like a little melee weapon, I think. Yeah, it was a little melee weapon for him. So let's get him back there. Let's keep going. I had to get Soundwave. Of course I did. It's Soundwave. I have a whole shelf of Soundwave. I mean, I have a whole shelf of Optimus, too. But when it comes to little stuff like this, I typically default to Soundwave and Optimus, and I call it a day. So I think Soundwave is a little bit more competently painted. They didn't have to paint his whole gun silver, I can tell you that. Maybe just the tip of it, but, you know, they did what they did. I mean, the head's nicely painted. Still got the little red visor in there. He actually has his chest painted this time around. I mean, with Soundwave, his color scheme's pretty simple. So, I mean, he's missing a little bit on his legs, a little bit on the crotch, but if I feel like it, I'll take a little silver Sharpie and paint those buttons in and, you know, maybe do a little bit of work on his legs, and there we go. He's actually looking like a pretty competent figure. His pose is a lot better than Optimus Prime's, by the way. Soundwave has a really cool pose. Prime is just like, what are you doing, man? So yeah, you know, again, it's just a little static figurine, but it's still something, I guess. And then Shift. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of human figures and characters in this line, unless they have cool helmets. But for whatever reason, they decided to never give the female characters cool helmets. So I figured I'd just go ahead and get them. Because, I mean, they're only $1.25 each. So yeah, she's got swords. She's got these big old swords on her back. Let's actually give her some of those Shift weapons from that weapons set. So I'm assuming this you can, like, put in her hand like that. I don't know what I'm doing. What I really liked, though, is this big old staff. Her hands are so wide and huge for these big old weapons. But she holds them good. Yeah, that's a firm hold on that. Yeah, she's looking kind of cool. I mean, you can kind of tell, like, especially with her face, like, that is a dollar store toy. But it's not bad looking. I like her red armor on her chest. I don't know, I just think she would have benefited from, like, a cool, like, ninja mask with the Shift weapon set. But still, you know, it's neat enough. Neat enough, I'll take it. Then we only have a couple left. I did get the third and final robot, the green one. So let's open him up, see what he's got going on. So his weapons, I love how all the weapons on these guys are unique. Every single one. But yeah, I don't think these guys have names. It says collect them all, which of course I did because I'm an idiot. I think they're just, you know, red robot, green robot, whatever. He actually has a very similar thing. You can like put on his back or hold, have him hold, I guess. I don't know what good this would be holding it. I mean, it kind of looks like a gun. There goes his arm. I think the green one's probably the ugliest. I'm not really too big of a fan of this insectoid robot head. Looks a lot like, actually looks a lot like a frog or something from this direction. Yeah, not the biggest fan. The gun's kind of cool though. Gun's kind of cool. And yeah, like the others, you know, you can swap the thing. Oh, look at his feet! Oh my gosh, his feet are huge! I just noticed his feet. Oh man, he's got some big old feet. Man, they're all unique sculpts. They're all cool looking. Yeah, I'm digging these little robots. I think the robots are the winners of this. I think the robots are definitely the winners. But we do have one more figure to discuss, and it is obviously the Karn Venomized drone, because of course it is. I actually think the drones are one of my favorite figures in the Final Faction line. My absolute favorite is the ACRM, because I'm a robot guy, so of course that's my favorite. But I think when it comes to the Karn, I really do like the drones. I really like the bounty hunter, though. I really hope I can get the Venomized Crepitus. He's really cool looking. I love Crepitus's design. But with that, let's actually arm him up with some of his drone accessories that I opened up earlier. So he's got this big old back thing that doesn't really want to fit in him. Oh man, that's tight. That does not want to go in him. And he also has a drone shield. I don't know, I kind of wish his weapons were a little more on the green side. So I think we might actually leave him with his standard, like, green weapon. And then, heck, we can maybe even try to give him the Brute's gun. That looked kind of cool. Yeah, so he's just, like, dual-wielding these big old green weapons. Yeah, I'm kind of digging that. Again, the paint's not too fancy. Nothing too fancy. It's just a black figure with green on him with some red eyes. But it gets the look across. Like, looking at these Venomized guys, yeah. It gets a look across. They've got, like, this whole venom, green, icky thing going on. So, with that, there we go. There's another look at what you can find at the dollar store for $1.25 because inflation, yay. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. I think these robots are definitely the winners here. Oh, let's put her next to her. Yeah, I think the robots are definitely the winners, so let's actually put them up in front because I think the robots are super cool. I think my least favorites are probably the Transformer ones because there's not much going on. I think the Bakugan's kind of cool. I think they actually pulled that off kind of well as just a little static figurine. Yeah, fun stuff, man, fun stuff. I'll have these to snack on later. That's great. Yeah, I seriously, go to your local Dollar Tree. There's some fun things you can find on a budget. Like me just being a toy fan in general. Like me especially just being a fan of like cool toy robots. These guys are awesome. If I had those guys growing up, I would be such a huge fan. I kind of wish there's a little bit more you could do with their interchangeability. You know, perhaps if you could like add on to them, you know, a la Glyos. But, you know, given what they are, you know, just, you know, ball joints of the shoulders, hips, knees, feet, all that, yeah, they're pretty fun to swap about. I dig them. I like their little accessories. I like their stats and the others. And then obviously Final Faction still rolling along doing its thing. I think the Venom series is really cool. I wonder if the Final Faction team themselves are going to get like this commemorative series with like a cool unified color scheme. That would be super cool. Don't know if I'd go all in on that, but hey, I like the black and the green. I think it's a cool color combo. Alrighty guys, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Special shout out to channel members. As always, thank you all so much for the continued support. Alrighty, and there we go. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.